Okay, and we're back. Alright. Because the previous stream, failed one, is gonna probably be deleted, I'll just run over what I'm doing again real quick. I'm going to be trying to make a successful zoo with $0 tickets and only make money off of our guests purchasing stuff from our shops and donations. So we left off on trying to figure out a name. I literally just selected a location and then realized I needed to restart the stream. Okay. So, I renamed the franchise to be GW Preserves. Global Wildlife Preserves is what the GW stands for. Okay. What do I want to name the zoo? I mean, I can always rename it later. So if anybody decides to rewatch this stream later and knows of a good name, then why don't you go ahead and put it down there in the comments, because I will gladly take it. Alright. And I have also just realized I don't think this is on a game capture. I'm gonna remove that. Okay, there we go. I'm going to double check that I didn't mess anything up for the stream. Nope, still looks good. Okay. Alright, so... Man, this is a very blinding map. Alright, it's the only thing I don't like about the snow on these maps. I love snow, but on these types of maps, it's just hard to see exactly what you're doing. So what I like to usually start off by doing is aligning to a grid, and I don't usually go for very realistic zoos, but I think it might be fun to try. I've been watching a lot of, well, if you watch some Planet Zoo content, I watch a bit of Leaf, and, he's been doing an AZA series? I am playing with mods, so I do have free build on. I have a lot of animals that are remastered, so they are basically made to look a little bit better, as if Planet Zoo would have updated them. So hopefully we can make some of the animals that maybe didn't look as nice before a bit nicer now. Yeah, so, trying to figure out if I should make my path here for... you know what, no, I usually regret doing that, so we're gonna place all of our facilities down, and, we should pause the time. It is good to know that we only start out with 40,000 to start, so we're gonna want to be careful about what exactly we get. I know for a fact we want a trade center. That is a no-brainer. we definitely want a keeper hut, but I'm gonna save that for a little bit later because we're gonna put that by our first habitat. Research center, animal trade center. We do want the research center because we want to research any diseases and stuff. I don't, well actually no, because we aren't necessarily going to get a vet right off the bat. We're going to get a vet if an animal comes up sick. That's when we're going to get a vet, unfortunately. At least until we get, oh, wrong way around. At least until we get, some proper money coming in, which I've done this a few times, and it does run pretty successful, but my only worry is if the wheel decides to give us some expensive animals to start with. How do I think maybe we could, we don't want these too close. So maybe like over here. That's not too close. It's not too far either, so I also want to make sure I'm staying within the power range, especially for our first habitat. So if this is where our keepers and staff are going to be, we're going to want our habitat at the front here or on the other side. Just so it's nearby and still inside the heat map. The, power, I guess range, I should say, rather. Okay. Now, oh wait, nope, we want to select our paths, staff, please. This won't do, we're in, like, ooh, no, 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 no. No, bad. It's not. There we go. What? What? Do I have to turn free build on so I can place it there? Oh my god, not even free build's gonna help me here. What? What? Hello? Okay, well I know if it's close enough, they will still use it, but wow, okay, fine, Plant 2. Fine, be like that. Okay, they should still be able to walk into that because the path is right there. I do know if the path is close enough, they will still walk inside. Okay. And now it's time to figure out what our first animal's gonna be. And the wheel has decided. Siamang. Okay, I believe that is a type of monkey. If I remember correctly, yes. Are you a chimp? Oh, it's a gibbon. I don't know my monkeys very well, so forgive me. I don't necessarily know what a gibbon is, but oh wow, they have a lot of creatures they can live with. Okay, give me Siamang. How ooh. Oh no. Oh, and what kind of, 2 to 5, even in okay, so I don't feel that great about this. So we're gonna, okay, first things first, we are going to figure out a habitat placement for them. I do believe I want them to be inside of a building so that we can make sure they are constantly in the temperature they're going to want. Since this is a new franchise, it doesn't have all of the stuff that I unlocked before, so we're working with plaster. Which I guess it would actually be kind of fun to make a lot of the zoo be indoors. Try and work with that best we can. But we're gonna come over here off to the side. And oh no, don't want that there. And try to build this. I think actually that's a very nice teal. I think this is the color we're gonna build out of. Okay, so layout. We're just gonna roughly start by placing the very basic walls. Oh, excuse me. And seeing how far that gets us. I'm trying to figure out if stuff actually has... It looks like everything's $20. Okay, nothing's necessarily cheaper. How much space do our Siamings need? You're endangered, that's why you cost conservation. Actually not that much. 2 to 6. So what if we had 6? 300 square meters? That's not too bad. So... I want the shape of the building to be interesting. I don't want it to just be a box. So what if... Okay, where's... Starting right here is the Siamings area. They can have a little private... No, hang on. They'll have a little private space back here to get away from everybody. I think... Let's move this around so that the guests can't see keepers immediately when they come in. We'll break this wall. That'll be where the keepers walk in. And all back here we can have our backstage sort of keeper's hut and a research station so that the keepers can easily just come in and research whatever animals they need to look at. And then I'm thinking we can have a little door here that would take the keepers back there, and then right over here we can have some shops, maybe a restroom around there somewhere. And right across from that, a smaller indoor habitat. Nope, we don't want it there. There we go, and then we can have another entrance back here for the people to just walk through, maybe get to another side. I like this. This looks like a very decent habitat plan. Little layout. So my question now is, do we want it... No, this would be the front. Do we want it like out over here? If I do it right here, it is all still inside of the heat map, the power zone, so we can very easily just power everything inside. Okay, I'm liking this. I think this is a good plan. I want to move this to be right there. Want it in line with these walls. Okay, I'm thinking we can have like a a restroom, a restroom right over here, and then have maybe a keeper talk over here, 2 benches, and a speaking point, and maybe the same over here, little speaking point and a few benches. Boy, is this a big building. I mean, it's not as big as it could have been, but okay. So I'm thinking I've made, like I said, I've tried this before, and I also made it, my test one, in a tundra, or not tundra, yeah, in the tundra in Antarctica, and I really like the way that building came out, so I'm going to try to replicate it best I can. We're gonna make all the walls too high, so that we can have plenty of room for climbing spaces for the Siamang, and plenty of space for any other animal we get, especially if they need a indoor space. I'm actually gonna leave the top of this I'm not gonna bring this all the way up, because I think it'd be cool if they had a little upper shelf over here where they could climb up. That just feels like it'd be cool to see. I also want the roof tall enough over here, especially for any trees I might want, which also means I need, well, I don't need, but I want some glass in the ceiling, so we have some natural light coming in here. Is this everything I need for, oh, hang on. We should also, come on, there we go. We should also have some plaster over there. So when you're a guest and you're in here, let me just, scenic mode. Oh, did not realize. Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever clicked on that. Explore mode, that's the mode we want. So when you're a guest and you're walking in here, oh, this already feels cool. You could see the Siamang climbing up onto the top there. This feels very big for, like, if you were a guest walking around, which is very nice. That's what I want. I want to feel oh my gosh, my speaking is not cooperating with me today, apparently. I want it to feel very open and very large, so that whenever you come in, you don't feel like you're trapped. Should I build a little divider here between, I don't think I should build a divider, but I do want to try to hide that, so actually, that actually looks really cool. I like that, but I don't think that's what I'm gonna do to fix that. I do think, however, that I'm going to have another one of these going up to the top. Yep, okay. Next thing, what should the top over here be? I want to make sure that I do all of this before sorry, before I whatchamacallit, I want to get all of this done before I put a roof on it, because once we put a roof on this, it's going to be very hard to, why 8 and 9. There we go. It's gonna be very hard to place things inside. Whenever we get the animals, we're probably just gonna have to be inside the building when we're placing things, because I really don't want to place them in before we finish the building. But yeah, and speaking of which, let me make sure we actually have some glass roof pieces. We don't. Oh no. Am I gonna have to make a custom glass roof? I don't want to, but I will if I have to. Okay, custom roof, here we come. We're not gonna make the entire thing custom because that will take forever and be boring for on stream, but, man, I'm saying a lot. But yeah, okay, we need to make sure. First, let's get the roof line figured out. I'm thinking there will be glass there, and going along here. Maybe we'll even... no, we can't split that in half without it looking awkward. So I think, I'm looking at the shadows on the ground. This looks like, it would cast some pretty shadows inside. What we want. Okay, and then just... No. Okay. And then... Hey, Odie. Enough. Trying to think, how do I want to do this side of the roof? Because... Odie, cut it out. Sir. Sir. Are we done? Okay, I think... I zoned out for a second there, I'm sorry. I think we are just gonna... Like, what if? Hear me out, hear me out. We do a little arch here. This is gonna be another habitat, so we're just gonna do that. Definitely much smaller than the Siamese habitat is gonna be. And then here, another roof line. And this guy is just gonna come all the way up as far as he can to right there and continue on over here. The guests don't need a sunroof. Our animals do. Nope. Our animals are gonna be living in luxury. Okay. Oop, missed a spot. There we go. Now, I don't know if I should make this go up higher. How does the ceiling... Oh, I feel like that has enough space for them over there. Is the how green is the grass here? Man, kind of went in there fast. Sorry, guys. Kind of shocked at how green the grass is, but okay. Okay, walls. We need to go back. We need to grab our plaster. Ah, dang it. Change the color. Is it this? Yes. There we go. Alright. I know I said I was gonna try to get all of the stuff in before I started doing this, but you know, it's okay. Kind of needed to figure out the roof line anyways to make sure that everything was going to be fitting nicely. Okay. Now, oop. Wait a minute. No. When... There we go. And then we're gonna probably want regular walls across 2 meter. Oop. What? No. Gimme. Gimme. There we go. Okay. And then we're gonna want these 1 meters. I'm not the best builder in Planet Zoo, so keep that in mind. I just try my best, and that's all I can ask for. Okay. Place our walls up here. Get a wall in there. Fill in all the gaps. Blah blah blah. What? Okay. We'll do stuff on the outside eventually, when we get the funds too. So it doesn't look so blah. Because right now it just looks very plain, except for, you know, the interesting roof line. Or at least, you know, interesting to me anyways. Beautiful. Okay. I feel like there needs to be something interesting out the front here. So what if, okay, what if the guests have a little more of an entrance than what I had given them before. Because the front out here, it just feels so plain. Maybe, okay. I have a plan. So we go ahead and do that. We give them a bit higher of an arch here. Yeah, that's good. So you walk in and then it just opens up into this massive space. Yeah. Sounds like a good plan. Good, because it sounds like a good plan to me. Do I want to go through the hassle of custom pieces so the roof line matches this? No, so I'm not going to. And then metal plank. This is the roof. Man, I need to take another drink of my coffee. Okay. Oh, here we go. Flat pieces. Under flat. Okay. Beautiful! I mean, not really. It doesn't look all that great, but now it looks a little more interesting. Do we have any sort of... And see, we have barely spent any money. This is great. So, do we have a Siamang? Hotel? Siamang, right? That's how you spell it? Yeah, and... What if, hear me out, we search monkey. Oh my god. Yep, there we go, that worked. Now, I don't know if this monkey is supposed to... Oh, so they have the proboscis monkey, but not Siamang. Okay, I see how it is. So, I don't know if this is actually meant to be a Siamang or not, but you know what? It'll do. It will do. So, monkey worked. What about ape? No. Gorilla? Of course I have a gorilla, but that... I was hoping the pose might look a bit more... I don't know. What if we do animal sign? What is here? Okay, we have actually quite a few signs. Ooh, spider. This apparently is a zebra, but I could also see it passing as a Przewalski horse. Hi, I'm doing good. How about yourself? Chimpanzee family, maybe. I was hoping that this would be a bigger... These are tiny signs! I don't want tiny signs! And I'm not about to make a massive... Oh, but I really want a really big sign for these monkeys. Oop. Okay, so I will settle. For a... Where did... Oh no, I lost the monkey. Did I go over it? There's a chimp family. Okay, we're searching monkey again. Planet Zoo sign. Monkey. Okay. Okay, so... Ooh, what if... Oops. Wait, why is... No, we want it at 1. There we go. Oh my goodness. Why? It's because I want to surface. Of course it and then we Planet Zoo. Why do you dislike me so? Thinking. Yeah, so I basically just I still have the other version of my game uh, sitting around, so I can still keep working on it. But for my first game, I realized the mechanics I wanted to do were just not gonna be feasible at this moment because I don't know as much as I would like to. So I'm using this smaller version as a learning process. Which, if I ever do get around to publishing this one would probably be free to play. But yeah, it's going good so far. As of right now, I have gotten the building set up to be at least where I want it. So when you place walls, it actually will enclose your animals whenever they try to walk through them. Obviously they can't. I need to set up better mechanics for them so that they don't just try to walk through walls. So they can actually recognize that a wall is there. Hang on a minute, are you going through the wall? No. It just, okay, the ankle. Alright. So yeah, it's going. It's just not probably going as fast as I would like it to. But, still making progress. This building is... Wait, see, this is why we don't do the roof. Not yet. Okay. There we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Yay! Okay, put these along here. I need... Okay, let's make this easier. Let's work smarter, not harder. We need this. Maybe, possibly... This is... Okay. Beautiful. I will say I'm almost done working on the building process. I have... Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it as well. Like I said, this is the first game that I've ever made. This will be the first game I've ever made, so I'm trying to make it as realistic for myself as I possibly can. Did I accidentally get rid of this? What? Hello? Oh, there we go. I was pressing the wrong button. I'm trying to make the outcome be as realistic for myself as I can. Hello? Where? Oh my goodness. Hello? Okay, maybe we just... Carefully. Very, very carefully. Okay. But yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I keep my goals realistic and I'm not giving myself such a massive goal that I'm not going to be able to complete or I'm going to burn myself out. That's something I'm very well known about doing to myself, is getting myself so excited, giving myself all these plans, and then I get burned out so fast and then I cannot complete them. So I'm just trying to make sure that I don't do that with this game. And it's honestly going to be, or honestly is, a passion project for myself at this moment because I'm a very big genetics nerd. And making a genetics game just makes me happy. As of right now, the game only has wolves in it, but I'm trying to make it so that it'll be very easy. Actually, no, we want that close. Very easy to add more animals to in the future. Okay, I want to see what this would look like from a guest view. So, okay. Oh, imagine if that was a glass. Oh, what have I done? That would be such a cool skylight, and then like to see it peeking through into here. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Time to work on a glass roof. We'll start on the tiny area so we can have an easier time maybe. Glass. No, we don't want one way. Line to surface. Yes. Oh, thank you. Let's just see here, maybe. I plan on filling in these gaps, don't worry. Yep. Looks good to me. Push you over to there, and okay. Oop. Oy vey. Man, I'm rusty. Okay. And then what? Ooh. What pieces? Oh, you know, it would help if I got rid of the filter. Maybe a fence piece. Never mind. I forgot I don't have hardly anything researched yet, so we're just gonna scroll through everything because there's really not much to scroll through. We should make a place where we can just put flames all around all around this poster. Ooh, I think this is, oh yeah, this is from one of the mods. Wait, no, go back. I saw something cool. Whoa. Okay. I have not played around with these yet. I know these are from a mod. Oh, wouldn't it be so cool to see some of the animals crawling through there? And then this is crave cave formations. Okay, what is this? That is a very thin pole. Don't think that'll do much. I almost wonder if... No, that would just look weird. And I want it to be fully enclosed because then hopefully it'll look better. Ooh, ooh, no. Okay, so we're gonna come over here. No, come back. What if you're a bit of a darker, richer? Okay, okay, we're going somewhere, And then, of course, the snow has to... Oy vey. Okay, okay, okay. Buttons. I gotta remember what button does what. Let's see, so it was like a log. No, it was a wood pole. A beam. Actually, this one will do. Don't think it was the same one. Yeah, no, it's not. I want a painted. Ah, it was this one. Aha. That color. Thank you. And don't press the wrong buttons this time. Oy vey. Camera is so sensitive. I'm trying so hard not to make you guys sick. Okay. There we go. Ah, no. Okay, and then we just gotta go straight across. Beautiful. And right in the middle. Yay! Okay. Oh, nope. Control X. D. Yeah, I don't really know. I know for a fact I'm probably going to be adding horses to the game as well. Oh, brain. Man, my brain really can't do more than one thing at once, can it? Okay. Control D. Okay. I'm not entirely sure about all the different farm animals yet. But yes, I will probably add deer to the game. I almost want to do um, more of your non-traditional animals that you might see in a genetics game. So, I mean, I know there's a lot of horse games coming out, but I'm also just a horse lover, so they are definitely going to be put into my game. But I think it'd be fun to do like foxes and rabbits and all these other animals that you may not see as often in games. But that's a maybe. At the moment, I'm just trying to get through the wolf. The wolf or dog or whatever you want to consider them. I've just been calling them wolves at the moment because I'm using all the same assets that I will be using in the original farm game that I was working on, so that when it does come time to actually brain hello, when it does come time to actually continue work on that game, I already basically have all of my assets. And it's also, you know, a lot of time saving because I'm not having to redo anything. Oop, aha. You're selected. I think all of this, yeah, all of it is selected. Okay, time for a lot of copy and pasting. This is gonna be painful. I hate this. Come on, man. Okay, okay, beautiful. For wow, did I line that up? First try? Wow, almost first try. No gaps. Yeah, I'm hoping everything goes to plan and I don't end up doing that whole burnout I was talking about. Okay, great. Oop, nope, come back. Are these guys connected? Those are. Are you? I think I'm deselecting those. Okay, I wanna deselect that. Okay, I can't. Okay, that one's selected. My brain is like Okay. 31, 32. 31, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Looks like that guy's... Aha! I knew it. Not all of them were connected. Beautiful. Okay. Is this everything? I think so. Line this up with the wall there. I am actually shocked that I'm doing this a lot easier than I thought I would. Okay. Aw, man. I knew it. Things were going too good to be true. Come on, man. Please, just connect nicely. Okay, needs to go further down. Good enough. Good enough for me. Okay. Alright, that wasn't as painful as I thought it would be. Thank you. Have a good day. Why do I feel like... Is there... What? Why? Huh? Oh, it's because of a... Okay. Maybe... I'll just... Yeah, Oop. Don't want... any of those. Okay. Oop. Delete that. Let's make this a blueprint. Yep. There we go. If I just... Wow, that actually, I should have done that from the start. Wow. That was easier than I expected. Merge. Okay, there we go. I'm actually shocked. That was a lot easier than I had anticipated it to be. Alright, what are the they're more expensive. Why did I have to get the Siaming? Refresh, maybe? Maybe? No. Okay. Yeah. Why are the Siaming so expensive? Well, I can at least get the path? The path set up inside. We're also gonna do that just so it's easier telling them a path over there. So put that stuff over there. We want these guys to come over here. We're also gonna just do that. I'm thinking we're also gonna have a staff room in here, so that'll go there. Oh, wrong button. There we go. So you come in. Okay, yeah, this feels really nice. Let me go into explore mode. Oh, yeah. See, I knew I made a good decision on the skylight. Okay. Oh, is this like the view of like the kids, teenagers, and then I guess adults or just taller people maybe? Oh, but this is so cool. Or maybe, oh, this might be so you can see above the heads of the other guests. Okay. I am very happy with how this is looking. Oh, I can't wait to get, uh, I'm just imagining, like, all of the climbing structures going around this place and watching the Siamang just run around. I don't think I've ever placed a Siamang in one of my zoos before, so this will be exciting. I really wish I had bought one of those earlier, though. Okay, well, yeah, and I don't think it doesn't feel right to spend for another animal. And if I press play, I'm pretty sure we're gonna start losing money, so let's not. I will, however, go ahead and place, what am I doing in construction? I will go ahead and place some education boards. This is actually the perfect height for one or two, but I don't know. I feel like right here for this habitat is going to be the better option for a habitat board, and then over here for this one would be better. Actually, is that too high? We will lower these just, oh yeah, we'll lower these just a little. That looks nicer. Okay. Ooh, I did not think about where the staff would go. Okay, over here. Problem solved. Beautiful. Okay, and then we grab our path, aligned to grid, we grab our staff path, boop, 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 and boop. And then I can also give them a small privacy area. Could probably do the same thing over here for them. Oh, yay! It's not clipping. Beautiful. And line, yay! Oh, it's clipping just a little bit, but that is nowhere near as obvious as it was on the other side. Let's move you right there. Beautiful. Yippee! Okay. Okay. I don't think we're gonna have the money to buy a Siamang. Oh, new ones? Come on. Come on, Frontier Zoo. Give me new Siamang. New Simon, new Simon, new Simon. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna spin again and adjust this other side as we need to oh my god, a black rhino. Oh no. Okay, so hear me out. What if this is the black rhino's habitat and this is the Siamang? He won't have access to the top here. He'll have to oh no. How I have a bad feeling about this. Black rhino. If we wanted to, 750. Okay, maybe they could fit in here. Market. Oh. Hey. No. Okay, what about the Siamang? Any new ones? New ones. Oh, but no. No. Okay. Okay. The other thing is... What? No? Okay, there we go. My screen went black for a second. I don't know if this monitor fell asleep or what, but okay. Don't know why. As I was saying, I don't think I'm gonna call or consider exhibit species something we have to roll for. If we get an exhibit species, I'm probably just gonna ignore them and roll again. So with that being said, I think it'll be worth it to get an exhibit species over here, especially since they cost so much money. Hello? Where? Oh, that's right. I have a mod. Are you actually right here? I have a mod that makes these invisible so you can actually gimme. Okay. So you can actually customize it a bit better. So yeah, okay, there we go. Unfortunately, you can't necessarily see exactly where it is unless it's, you know, in just the right spot. But we will be able to completely customize this however we want. I should get some donation pieces in here. I also need to get some heaters in here. Probably... Ooh, okay. We're gonna have to really optimize the space back there for what we need. Okay. Okay. I got this. I believe. Window. What is window 1? Facade. Okay. Window 2. Aha! You are at this side, so we want to close that one. This has to be, yep, the front, so we're gonna leave that one open. This is just so that the guests know where they can view them from. I only want them viewing them from the front, not either of the sides. So, yeah. I want this to be right there like that. I do believe there is a actual... Oh, wouldn't that be cool on this other side? Actually, hang on. I have a very cool idea. Oh, that, yeah. Okay. And then, do I have... there an archway, or do I have to unlock that? Don't think I- yeah, no, I don't have to unlock it. What? Is it because we're on... Ah. Okay. No. Too high. Get it down to like... maybe right there will do. But I just... okay, we'll put it down there so that they can actually fully see into the habitat. And then we need some glass pieces. We're gonna... okay. My dog is dreaming in the background, so if you hear puppy yips, that is why. Okay. Cute, cute. And then, alright, hear me out, hear me out. I have plans, guys, don't worry. I know what I'm doing. I really don't. Wow, was that a first try perfectly aligned? And also you... okay. Smaller piece of glass for this side. Yes. All glass. 2x2? Oh, did I accidentally put 2 pieces of glass here? Is that what this is? 2 pieces of glass? Well, either way, you can go bye-bye. And 2 meter. Ooh. Ooh. Is a 4 meter the only one that's gonna fit? Okay. You know what? I can very easily do some sort of wall detail right here. And free look. We want to enable free look so we can get a light. The light I want is not available at the moment. No. Okay, so we can just go for that one. We will on always, because we would like some light in here. We are gonna recolor this to be the same color as the walls. We're gonna go under construction and wood. A log? No, not a log. Log, that doesn't look too great. I wonder, something I did. Okay, let's go plaster. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna make some custom custom pillars. Because why not? Especially with pieces that you can very easily recolor. Okay. Okay. I'm liking this a lot. So I'm gonna turn all of this into a group, and then we're gonna work on the group itself. We don't want to do that. No, we're gonna, yeah. Wow. Plaster. There, not really. I don't really know what else I can do for this. Other than just make sure. Okay, just gotta make sure you're actually in the right spot. And then if I raise, okay, yay! I don't know why my voice is all of a sudden deciding to leave me, but you know what, that's alright. That's okay. Okay. Oop. Oh, I put it in the perfect spot too. Okay, but I want this one to be more right there. Which means that this one also needs to be more over. Gonna line it up with that. We are gonna have these go all the way up to the ceiling to about right there. We don't want it peeking out though. Wow, look at me go. Gorgeous. Okay, we're gonna have these guys do the exact same. Oop, you are poking out of the top just a little, so we're just gonna lower it down until it's not. Man, I feel like this is turning into like a tutorial of some sort. I am not meaning for it to, however, that is seeming to be where this is headed. Okay, but if you, I'm gonna have you go to corner right here. See, this is a blueprint. Gonna have it come in just about the same amount on both sides. And then have this come meet up on that edge without peeking all the way through. get a donation bin real quick. Brain? Hello? Facilities. Oh. Oop, yep. I'm gonna place it right there. And then I'm also gonna grab one of these. I'm gonna place it here and right there. These are gonna be for our axolotls. Oh, and I want to turn on manage population and yes. And then don't like it. If I do that, then it kind of shows through on that side, and it kind of shows through. Okay. I might just have to live with that being poking through on the outside, cause I really, yeah, okay. Important. Oh, oh, they're probably cold. Okay. Really quickly, we want to set it to this one. Just a darker variant. I don't. Hello? Copy. Paste. Apply. Okay. Pretty. I like it. And then, oh, no. What? No. Okay. There we go. And then we edit your color. I want it to be the same. Control V. Hello? Huh? Control C. Control V. Control V. Hello? What? Game? Oh, there we go. Odd. Okay, I didn't have to press enter for the other one. That was making me concerned a little bit. Enter. Okay. Oop. You guys are not. Yay, okay. There we go. Merge you guys. the same. And then gonna have it go across the top here. Yay! Yep, I like the place. The only question is if we'll be able to afford any of the animals the wheel wants us to get. Okay, and then for the zoo, we need to make sure our tickets are at 0. We are open. So guests are starting to come in. We have a ticket, or not a ticket, a donation spin right there. They keep leaving because I forgot to connect the path, so they didn't realize they could actually enter the building and see an animal. Ah yes, could you imagine coming to the zoo to see one single animal, the axolotl. Okay. Hey, Siamang. Ooh, we can actually afford a single Siamang. What about a black rhinoceros? Oh. Okay. I thought we were able to release those guys. Maybe that's only in challenge mode. Okay, Alrighty. Step number 1, we are going to make sure that this wall matches. There we go, okay. Right on over here is going to be our keeper's door. I'm not gonna worry about putting another door on the other side because nobody else is gonna see back there. We aren't even really gonna be able to see back here very easily, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. No, this is the easiest way for me to place those barriers. Okay, and then connect it back up to the door. How much space is this? 184. That's not even enough for one Siamang. Okay. Our Siamangs are gonna go in here. Okay. Time to see how big this habitat is. It is probably not that big. Just press up here. There we go. And then barriers. Set the entire thing. Grab this end. This area I'm probably gonna do a little bit more work too, just because we'll actually be able to see inside of this habitat, backstage area. Back there. Okay. Oop. And then we gotta go there. And yep, reconnected that one. Let me see. double, and they'll also be able to walk around at the top there, so even more space. Okay. Alrighty, time to put a Siamang into this side of the zoo. We want a caretaker and a keeper. Okay, I also think I need another one of these in just the approximate middle, which I'm gonna say is about there. And we're gonna put some mesh while we wait. Wait, are you already? No, you're not. Okay. Let's see, is it actually called mesh? Yeah, I remembered. Yep, okay. Oh, she is here now, so we're just gonna go as fast as we can. Oh look, they're running to come and see her. Okay. Should not have... Oop, oop, oop. No. Okay. Control X. That looks probably as close as we're gonna get to looking like one piece. Okay. I think I'm gonna finish this Siamang habitat and then call it a day on this stream. I will probably keep working on the zoo, but probably not too much without you guys. Okay, first things first, we are gonna place a heater in here for her. I'm thinking we will have a heater right in here, somewhere where the guests can't see it, but is still able to warm the space. See how warm it starts. I mean, outside is very clearly going to be colder, but alright, yeah, it looks like the inside is getting a lot warmer. Okay. That is... Oh, the way she's running. Okay. Very happy with our space. Too much long grass. We want a lot more short grass, so we're gonna just paint the area in short grass. And that actually makes you really happy, but... Oh, really, Otis? Someone just got home, so our dogs are going a little bonkers. We're gonna put some dirt around the edges here where maybe the grass didn't take as well. I get it. She wants climbing space. It's okay, people. I am working on it. Okay. Okay. go there will be fun. How much climbing space are you... how much climbing space are you going to consider that? 19 meters, okay. So if I put another piece about right there. One of those pieces. Oh, that actually. Yeah. Okay, and then we place this. Let's see here. As close to the wall as I can get it. And then we can lean this over. Like that. And actually, might go ahead and do that, and then also another piece, just yeah, like that. Oh, the light hitting the inside. Okay, I'm gonna make one more little climbing structure before I move on to plants. Nope. Okay. I think it would be cool if we had maybe another climbing piece curving around and maybe coming over to the whatchamacallit? Feeding platform. Sorry, my brain really is struggling to talk and build at the same time. I am very clearly out of practice. Odie, what are you doing under my desk? Odie? Odie? Okay, and then I'm gonna want this needs to look sturdy and less like, you know, unstable. That looks good. I like that. And she now has how much climbing space? Double? So that's like plenty preparation for another Siamang in here. And her walking space, 263. I mean, 463. Okay. So, she can access this, yes. Okay, let's request a key. Oh, wait a minute, hang on. We don't have a keeper's hut back here yet, so let's get one of those real quick. Okay, now the keeper's assigned. Okay. Now the keeper can actually feed the animals over here. And all that jazz. Okay. On to the fun part, the decorating. So Asia and Tropical. We can definitely fit some bamboo in here in a few areas. How is that? Is that clipping through the wall very much? A little? Ah, nope. We're just gonna... Okay, that's good enough for me. My question is... Heat map, habitat, traversable area. Can we still... We can still climb through those. Beautiful. So I'm gonna grab another pair. Line to surface. I'm almost gonna use these as like a privacy sort of screen. People can still see them okay, but the animals feel like they have a bit more privacy. Random rotation. I'm just placing whatever feels right at the moment, so if it looks like a plant will look good there, I am placing it there. Okay, and then we'll place a few more of these spiky looking plants around. Maybe a few smaller ones too. Put some variety in here. How much? Do you have a specific cover requirement? Nope. Okay, well I think that looks nice enough without completely demolishing the land area. Oh, we need water in here as well. We're gonna hide that back here so the guests can't see it. Beautiful. Alrighty. Yeah, so no matter where you are, you really can't see that water faucet. It is back there so they don't, you know, die of thirst, which I think she already started doing. Do we have any enrichment for her other than... No, I don't. This climbing frame, I kind of want to use if we get a gorilla. Because, I mean, look at that. Look at how cool that looks. It's $3,000, but like, look at how cool. I am noticing that on that palm tree right there, it's not connected as well as I would like, but you know what, that's okay. But I could fix it up, you know, when it comes time to getting our animals. She's as happy as she will be being on her own in here. So yeah. And as I log in, as it says down here, the more you log in, the more credits you'll get, because every time you log in, or every day you log in rather, you get 100. So yeah, and we do have some people coming over and looking at our axolotls. Speaking of which, oh, we have gotten a few. Wow, 5,000 for 3 excuse me, for 3 axolotls. Yeah, you'll be our money makers for now. Let's take a quick peek back at the black rhinos. 196, 191. Are they happy on their own for a little while? They are, but, okay. That is already our confirmed second animal. I don't feel comfortable going any farther than, the first 2. Just because I feel like then I'm cheating. Ooh. wish you weren't so expensive. We need a boy. 203. Okay. We gotta save up. Oh, we didn't even change this to a Siamang. There we go. It is so foggy inside, but it's because it's snowing outside. I wish the lighting was a little better in Planet Zoo, especially for, you know, when you're looking around like this. Is this still accessible to you? Ooh, wait, can the keeper even refill this? It's currently accessible to animals. Is the keeper actually going to be... No. Okay, I guess because she just fed. You know, it would actually be kind of cool to have a window there, but like for our keepers, but that's another day me issue. I think I'm gonna end the stream there. We did a lot. We built a new animal house. It looks decent from the outside. I don't feel too upset about it. I mean, definitely needs some work, but that, like I said, that's a future me issue. Oh, alright. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any name suggestions for this zoo, because at the moment it's just called Placeholder, I will gladly name it that, and we'll be able to hopefully work on it some more this week. I might off camera do a little bit of editing to the building itself here and there, and maybe open up a different zoo, try to get some more conservation credits so that we can hopefully get our second Siamang. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!